Myself, Dr. K.N. Gaikwad, Department of Botany, KTHM College, Nasik. Title of our paper, Botany paper first, Taxonomy of Angiosperm and Plant Ecology. We have started plant ecology and completed the introduction of plant ecology. In that point, in that lecture, we have seen introduction, definitions of ecology according to different scientists, concept of ecology, scope of ecology, interdisciplinary approach, and types of ecology, that is autoecology and synecology. Next point of introduction to ecology is nothing but the biological diversity. You have heard the word biodiversity. Biodiversity means biological diversity. Now let us see first of all definition. Biodiversity is defined as the sum total of variety of living organisms on earth. It is also defined as totality of genes, species and ecosystem in particular region or area. Variety of living organisms means plants, animals, microbes, human being, all are included in living organisms. That means study of all living organisms is nothing but the biological diversity. Now next point is concept. The term biological diversity, abbreviated as biodiversity, which is now very widely used by the scientists, laymen, public groups, environmental groups, non-government organizations, that is NGOs, conservationists, industrialists, politicians, and economists. It has also gained a very high profile in the national and international level. Biodiversity is the study is actually essence of studies in life sciences, as it covers entire biosphere in smallest world. Biodiversity includes different types, namely genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecosystem diversity. There are three types of the diversities are there. In a detailed discussion on the viewpoint of biodiversity science, D. Castry and Yunes in 1996 have listed at least six major reasons for considering biodiversity as new science. These six reasons explain the scope of this branch. Biodiversity relates with human being with respect to all the needs of man, animals like food, cloth, shelter, etc. They are the basic needs of man. And that's why biodiversity has wide scope in these three: food, cloth, and shelter needs. Similar to ecology, biodiversity is also associated thoroughly with agriculture, aquaculture, animal husbandry, forestry, and most applied branches of biology. Globalization of the trade market has shot up in the past decade, resulting in a very rapid, dramatic change in land use pattern and regional development activities. The first half of the present century will be definitely dominated by biology. Fourth point is that biological diversity is becoming a fundamental requirement on which new industrial developments and innovations are going to be based. It will offer in the coming years new sources of food, medicine, and other human requirements. Therefore, industrial development will be possible only by exploring great potential of unknown biological resources. For this, there is a need of deep knowledge of biodiversity. Fifth point is that biodiversity is the resource on which all human existence depends. That is, it is nothing but the pillar of development of man. Biodiversity has already proved itself to be fundamental concept for the world. Just entering the 21st century, the range of influence of biodiversity is much more general and wider than any other field of other biology or other scientific disciplines. One of the well-known scientists, Whitaker, who first of all published the five kingdom system, that is Monera, Protista, Plantae, Animae, and Fungi. This kingdom system was proposed by this well-known scientist, and he first of all described the three types of diversity. Now there are three types of diversity: alpha diversity, beta diversity, and gamma diversity. First of all, see here alpha diversity. It is the diversity within a particular area or ecosystem and usually expressed by the number of species. It reflects the species richness in that typical or particular ecosystem. For example, pond ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, it is called alpha diversity. Second type of diversity is nothing but the beta diversity. Beta diversity is the ratio between local and alpha diversity and regional diversity. This is the diversity of species between two habitats or region. That means comparative account of two communities or two ecosystems is nothing but the beta diversity. And broader is nothing but the third one, gamma diversity. Gamma diversity is the measure of the overall diversity for the different ecosystems within region. In other words, gamma diversity is the total diversity of a landscape and is the combination of both alpha and beta diversity. That means gamma diversity is nothing but the broad term than alpha and diversity, alpha and beta diversity. In this way, we have completed alpha, beta, and gamma diversity. Next point is that methods of vegetation sampling. There are three methods: contact method, transect method, and plastlate method. First of all, what is the meaning of vegetation? Vegetation simply means presence of different plant species at a particular area or specific area. The study of such species composition of specific area is called vegetation studies. Main important goal of vegetation study is to know their number, their abundance, density, changing compositions, mathematical and graphical representation of vegetation. The selection of an appropriate sampling technique depends upon type of data needed, the size of sampling site and the number of available workers. There are three types of the method, that is called first one coordinate method, second transect method, and third one plot place method. Let us see one by one in detail. First of all, coordinate method. Coordinate means square. The coordinate is a square sample area of different sizes marked up in the plant community for the purpose of vegetation study. Let us see what are the subtypes of coordinate method. First one, least coordinate. Least coordinate means enlisting the names of different species present within the coordinate. Second one, least count coordinate. Record the number of individuals of each species represented in each coordinate. In first one, we have to identify the names of the plants, then in least count number of the individuals, and third one, chart coordinate. This record the position and areas covered by the branches, mats, or tubs of grasses, etc. Third one, fourth one, clip coordinate. It is used for the study of biomass or weight of each species. All individuals are uprooted and each fresh or dry weight is recorded. That means in first method, we have to identify the names, we have to identify the number of individuals, then we have to record position and area covered by the typical representatives, and in last one, if the plants are small, we have to measure the weight or biomass of each species. Now in coordinate method, after obtaining the data, number, name, position, etc. from coordinate, it can be used for calculation of frequency, density and abundance. Now here are some formulas are given here. Frequency can be calculated. That means frequency is equal to number of quadrats in which species have occurred. Number of quadrat studies. If you have studied 10 quadrats, now particular species is occur in how many number of quadrats? Suppose Parthenium histocorus is the plant which is occur in only 6 quadrats out of 10. That means you have to write down at the above 6 and below number of quadrat is 10 and you have to multiply by 100. This is the frequency of typical species, particular one species. Second formula is nothing but the how to calculate the density of the plants. Now, density is equal to total number of individuals of species in all quadrats divided by number of quadrat studies. Third formula is abundance. What is the abundance of vegetation? It is calculated total number of individuals of species in all quadrats divided by number of quadrats in which species have occurred. Now there are nothing but three formulas. If you come during the practical, you will get the idea how to plot the quadrat, how to calculate the frequency, how to calculate density, and how to calculate abundance. Second method is transect method. Let us see what is the meaning of transect method. When the vegetation is to be studied along an environmental gradient or ecotone, for example tropical to temperate, high or low rainfall areas, or precipitation gradient, adjacent area with different types of soil, etc. A line is laid down, a single line is laid down across a stand or several stands at right angles. There are two subtypes of transect meter, that is line transect and belt transect. Line transect means the vegetation is sampled only over a line without any width. Without any width. A line is laid down over the vegetation with a metric steel tape or steel chain or long rope and kept fixed with the help of pegs or hooks. This line will touch some plants on its way from one point to another point. The ops server will start recording this plant from one end with will gradually move toward the another end. From the observation in a number of such parallels line transect, comments can be made on the habitat and their environmental conditions on different portions of the transect. Every species has its own ecological amplitude and tentatively expresses the status of available water and other edaphic conditions. Atmospheric humidity, availability of light, grazing and other biological pressures. Now second method is nothing but the belt transect. In this method, the belt is a long strip of vegetation or long strip of vegetation of uniform width. The width of belt is determined according to the type of vegetation or the substratum of vegetation under study. In close herbaceous region, it is usually 10 cm. 10 cm belt is laid down, but it varies from 1 to 10 meter in woodlands. The length of vegetation is determined according to the purpose of the study. The belt is generally studied by dividing it into equal size segments, and the length of each segment is generally equal to the width of transect. These segments are sometimes called quadrats. Belt transect are used in determining and understanding the gradual change in abundance, dominance, frequency, and distribution of different species in the transitional region between two different types of vegetation. And third method here, plotless method. Due to fixed nature of plants, plotless sampling methods can be used to estimate density, species composition, growth and environmental factors, etc. Plotless sampling methods are based on random selection of points within a particular survey area. There are four methods, that is closest initial method means distance is measured from each random point to the nearest individuals. Second, nearest neighbor method. Distance is measured from an individual to its nearest neighbor. Third submethod, random pairs method. Distance is measured from one individual to another on the opposite side of the sample point. And last one, point center quadrat method. Distance is measured from the sampling point to the nearest individual in each quadrat. This method is commonly for wood forest and shrubby plants. In this way, we have completed in this point what is biodiversity, concept and scope of biodiversity, types of biodiversity, alpha, beta, gamma, and methods of vegetation. That is quadrat method, transect method, and plotless method. And students, these are some exercises There are 5 questions are there. Define biological diversity. Explain the concept of biodiversity. What is alpha, beta, and gamma diversity? Fourth one, describe any two methods of content methods and write short note on line transit method. Thank you.